Nice. I like biker clubs. Who is it from out this way or out of town?
South Carolina.
Oh yeah, them parties are live.
Yeah, they ain't
All right,
cutting no
we are
corners.
live in five, four, three, two, one. Hi.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Y'all are tuned into the Wise Man TV. I'm your host, Goonie Goo, alongside my partner. But yeah, catch it. Go ahead, bro. I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm just excited tonight.
It's all good. Hey, I'm Thomas Ruffin, founder and owner of Wiseman Marketing and Promotions, Wiseman Inc., which is here on that platform today, Wiseman TV. And we're here to bring you Goody Goo and our special host, V Fielder. So, without any further ado, I want to introduce my main man, my man, Goody Goo. Hold it down, baby. Hip hop division today.
Right.
Hip Hop Vision. Hey, V Marie, how you doing?
Chilling like a villain goonie goon. Look, I'm so excited to be here interviewing with you. You have been on a blaze fire trail for like the last 3, 4 months. And it's been amazing watching you work. So I was just honored to get hit up, to be perfectly honest.
Yes, yes. I acknowledge your work and everything. I've been watching you for a while now, and so I'm like, hey, you know what? Let me start off the show with a female artist out of New England. Well, that's in New England, and it was you. I'm like, yo, we need her. So I spoke to my partner. I was like, yo, we need her on the show. So here we are tonight on the Wiseman TV show. So V, how's everything?
I
How's the
mean,
music?
life couldn't. Look, we're in COVID, so life couldn't be any more abnormal than ever. You know what I mean? So I feel like even artists are trying to figure out day to day how they're supposed to move to keep up with, to keep their pockets full and to, keep busy and to keep shining and keep yourself out there.
Hmm.
It's just, it's such, there's so much uncertainty going on about public health and public safety. I feel like it's been a blessing to be able to focus on the art and not so much the politics of music. You know what I mean? So I've spent the last 6, 7 months just writing. You know what I mean? Like dealing with whoever I want, whatever producers throw beats at me. I'm trying to write to any and everything. I want to be known as a writer. I don't want to be known as just, another female artist trying to make it out of New England. You know what I mean? There's got to be some kind of imprint that my catalog leaves along the way. And it's full. You know what I mean? I've got more than 50 songs to my credit, and that's in the last 4 years. So, we're moving, we're working. We're not going
So
to stop.
how you been managing your music through the whole pandemic? Like, what have you been doing like through this madness in the world?
Online distribution and DistroKid, I researched a bunch of distribution options before I decided on one. And I got recommendations from a lot of different people and I researched them all. And DistroKid offered the most bang for my buck. A lot of artists are not rolling in the dough. You know, we get this preconceived notion that artists are automatically rich because that's the lifestyle that they portray once they make it. But nobody really wants to talk about the grind and struggling to get from point A to point B because at the end of the day, there's a million people doing the same thing that you're doing. So what is it that you're doing that's separating you and making you be in a position where this is a form of income as opposed to it being just something that you like to do? And I see people fall off every day just by not making the right business moves. You know what I mean? Like it's music business. It's not music hobby or, music playground or, music let's go fuck around. It's the music business. So when there's a
Okay.
dollar amount attached to things, you got to take it seriously. And a lot of people think it's a lifestyle or try to pretend like, they're doing more than they're actually doing before they're there. And that's going to get you and cut you in the ass every time. So that's just what I've been doing throughout the pandemic, working on my product. Product quality is important. I think that too many people just put out song after song after song after song, and they don't care that it's trash after trash, trash after trash.
So let's get into hip hop. Let's get into music, R&B. You do
Yeah,
sing, you do rap also, correct?
I do. I rap and I sing.
Okay, dope. So what does music means to you?
Well, music is an art, and that's where we get the title artist from. There's a difference between a performer and an artist. You know what I mean? A creator and a content provider. Like, there are brains behind a lot of the things that people do that they don't understand are not the original idea of a lot of their favorite artists out here. And I'm okay with that. Like, that's, if performing is your thing, but writing maybe not so much, spend the money, get you a ghostwriter, and put out a product that's going to help you make money. Like, who's hating on that? Certainly not me. I don't care if you wrote it or not at this point. That has nothing to do with me. I know that when I look at myself in the mirror, I write my own shit. I collaborate with other people. I have done music with other people. I've had two songs that have been, you know what I mean? Somebody else has written the lyrics or the melody or whatever. But everything else that I've put out has been mine. And that's just for me to say. It doesn't make it more valid than the next person who hires a ghostwriter. You know what I mean? You got to be able to have the whole package. You got to be able to sell the product that you're putting out. But hip hop has been lacking in quality, not in originality. I mean, originality comes in all shapes, sizes, colors, and flavors, but the quality hasn't been there. And I feel like that's where we don't like to make the separation in rap and hip hop, and give people their credit where it's due, even if it's something different than what you're doing. You know what I mean? Like, the younger kids, they like what they like. And to fight that is just you trying to bury yourself early. You know what I mean? Like, it's pointless. Music is going to evolve, and
And you
eventually you're not going to be here.
and you've been doing music for how long?
I've been a musician since I was 6. I picked
Well,
up, got a trumpet put in my hands when I was 6 years old. And I've been obsessed with music ever since. I went to Berklee School of Music to study professionally. I dealt with labels in the Boston area. I stopped doing music for quite some time. I had children. And then I started back up again in 2011 and established my company in 2012, and just have been doing it ever since. I stopped dealing with other artists as far as producing and putting out other artists, because I have a roster of artists that I put out in 2012, between 2012 and 2014, 2015. But you know how it goes. You can't always get along with everybody. And some people are just not grateful for all the work that you're doing for them.
wow,
So
you must have been you must have started studying the business side of things of this music
it's been,
industry
yeah,
also. I could,
2012 is when I got serious about the business side. 2016 is when I put my record label on the map in Mobile, Alabama, and started not just doing music, but I'm also a licensed photographer. So I was, doing photography and videography. And I was loving that down there. But when I decided to take my music more seriously, I realized that I needed to concentrate on my product. My product was shit. And I wanted to be a better writer. I wanted to be a better vocalist. I wanted to be a better rapper. I didn't want to be a Dr. Seuss rapper, or, a basic bitch out here selling sex. Anybody can do that. That's easy. I want the shit that I do to make an impact on not just my listener, but the people that are going to listen to my listener. I want to be talked about. I don't want to be skipped. I don't want my music skipped in playlists. You know what I mean?
okay. Any well, we gonna focus on New England right now as far as somewhat of this conversation is going on. So speaking on New England, have you been working with any other artists in your city?
I have. Shout out to first of all, shout out to BMG and Supreme ENT. Um, they're doing a lot of work in their city. They're trying to do a lot of charity work and get some stuff done. Squad out to them. You got a lot of local talent doing a lot of things outside of the music scene that is being overlooked because, just like any other major city, a lot of it runs like a popularity contest. So it's really about what the priority is for the artist. An artist, like myself, is unconcerned with all that fuckery that goes on out there. I'm more concerned with my music. So, you got artists that love the lifestyle. They love to be out there flashing and doing all that other stuff. Again, not a bad look. It happens all day, every day in the hip hop industry. But you gotta, you know what I mean? You gotta be able to weed the people in and out that are beneficial to you and your brand. You know what I mean? So I've worked with a lot of different artists in New England and out of New England. I've done music with Savage ANC and his people out of Brockton. That's like Rusty Campbell and Beantown Stilo. I've got music with a lot of my friends from down south, Eternity Everlasting. We have a whole project together. I've got a project with John Brown out of Albany. I've got a cousin who, professionally plays violin in, California, was in the Grammy Award show 2 years in a row. There's people everywhere. You know what I mean? It comes down to the quality of your product. How much time are you putting into your craft?
Yes, that is always a plus. Consistency,
Right.
dedication.
Yes.
So, with that being said, um, so what are you now working on? Like any new projects? Anything new coming up?
Yes, I am working on releasing a series of videos because I've been getting requested a lot to put more video content up. Um, my current project, V by Viana Marie, is out on Spotify. It's doing really good numbers. We ran a campaign on it for 4 weeks. It actually ended up running 6 weeks because I did another song 2 weeks after. So we did 6 weeks worth of campaigning on Spotify. And it got my numbers of monthly listeners up to past 65,000, which was well beyond what I thought it would. And people need to understand that when you're paying for advertising and promotion, you're paying for that reach. You want more people. Like I said, yeah, my song is on this playlist, but did it get saved? You know what I mean? Are people listening to it in their personal playlists now? Did it get skipped? How long did people listen to it before it got skipped? Like, these are all things that matter when you're dealing with music digitally online, because all of this stuff can be tracked and you can learn. If you're paying attention to your online numbers, you can learn what songs are working for you and which ones are not. You can tell how long people are listening to your music until they get bored and they move on to the next track. Like, there's so much going on with online and the music industry that it's crazy that people are not making more money off of it.
Yes. That is very true. Very. Online is definitely a big tool nowadays for all artists, not just some artists, all of them.
And
But
that's just music. As far as videos, like, I've waited for the last 2 years to put out a video because I wanted to have more than just me rapping to my track on video. You feel me? So, I saved money and I hired a really great photographer and videographer out of the Boston area. Shout out to Sando Films. Um,
okay.
he sees the vision and he wants to be a part of what we've got going on. I'm talking about a scripted music video. I'm talking about actors. I'm talking about props. I'm talking about, venue locations. I'm talking about blowing some shit up. I don't want to come out with a basic video. Your first
Okay, so
impression.
you don't want to just be on the sidewalk doing your thing like your
Right.
own.
And I'm not knocking
Yes,
those videos.
no, it's not.
I
It's not
will.
bringing anybody down that does
Right.
that. You want
Right.
more creativity to what you got going on. That's all that is.
I just want my first official video to be a quality product. You know what I mean? I know I keep saying that, but you got to put that shit out in the air for it to really come to life. And if you are gonna, like, no offense to people that are not spending the money, but save it. Save your money before you put out 3 or 4 videos that are low budget and low quality. You know what I mean? Because you really do only get one chance at a first impression. I really want my first impression in a music video to be more than, oh, there's a pretty girl rapping a song. You know what I mean? Like, there's a million pretty girls rapping music right now. That's easy to come by.
And that's why Goonie Goo been in the game for 20 years and still don't got one video, because that one video that I drop has to be the one. You feel what I'm saying? So I definitely understand what you're saying. It has to be the one. So
Yeah.
I might have to I don't know. I might have to swipe credit cards and everything for this video. Like, I just can't use my social media tools to say, hey, I'm shooting a video. I want everybody to meet me at the basketball court. Let's go. Like, it's
Correct.
always first
So
impression.
shout out to my boy, True L, who just put me on his latest mixtape drop that he's putting out, female artist from New England. You know what I mean? And he's been an amazing mentor in this process because of his experience. And he will be the first one to tell you, do not skimp on your videos. Do not skimp on your models. Don't skimp on, your locations and your venues. Spend the money, because when you spend the money, it shows that you're serious about your fucking craft.
Yes,
It took
shout
me
out to
forever to spend money. You know what I mean? And when I dropped it, it felt so damn good to know that I'm going to get a quality product out of this investment. Everything we do has to be looked at as an investment.
yes, shout out to True L, the good dude right there. I actually met
Always
him in
gems.
the
Please
beginning.
get on your Facebook, get him on your Facebook, because he's always dropping
Yes.
gems.
I met him in the beginning of his career. He's definitely a good dude and everything, and big up to
Mattapan
him.
boy, shout out.
Yes. So you're under management, correct?
I did have a management company. V&B Management was basically, so my record company was Spacebound Productions. And under Spacebound Productions was JMV Photography, was V&B Management, because we were a full service company. So when I got an artist in, I didn't just provide beats and produce your projects. I also provided you with um the photography. I provided you with the videos. I provided all of that as a service. If you were an artist on my label, you have music out, you have videos put out, you've had photo shoots done, and you were booked to perform that music in the New England area. I had my artists performing not just in Massachusetts, but also in New Hampshire. And that was before I knew any real promoters at the time. It wasn't, you know what I mean? It was really working with them that got me the in on who at the time were the promoters to talk to. You know what I mean? Because going out of state is not cheap for people that are not making money, making music.
Yeah, you right about that. That definitely costs money.
People have to understand that an artist doesn't just spend money on having their songs made and created. They also spend money on the travel it takes to get there. Not everybody is getting, booked flights out to this, that, and the third to, perform for the queen of this or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, that's just not the reality for most artists. Most artists don't even know that they need to have a writer, you know what I mean? Which is basically a write up of the things that you require for you to even consider coming out to perform at their venue. And that usually typically happens later on when you've gotten much bigger. But you know what I mean? Like, you've got to start taking yourselves more seriously as artists, because the bullshit and, the petty shit and all that childish shit, that's what keeps you behind. That's what holds you back. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, people are not going to want to exchange hands with people that don't know how to behave well.
So before we get into one of your songs, right, V, I wanted to ask a question. how do you feel about the New England scene, and how do you think we can change it as far as growth?
I think that the New England scene moves in waves. And I think that at any particular time, there's a wave of one group of people that are popping, you know what I mean? And I think that it runs like a popularity contest, but you have to understand, I've lived in multiple cities. So I see this pattern a lot, you know what I mean? And especially if you have grown up there and you haven't left there, you don't really get the concept of, you think that because you've lived there that you've made the kind of impact that you really haven't. And I suggest that most artists move out of their city that they were raised in and move to another city and start from scratch. And you'll really see that, people aren't bullshitting about the music business being like a popularity high school contest. It's ridiculous. It's fucking out of control. You know what I mean? So I think that people need to grow up. And I think that people need to start being more professional.
How
And,
you think we could change it?
I'm sorry?
How you think we could change it if there could be a change?
I I we can talk about this more when we come back, but I have a group that I'm a part of now. It's called Artists Supporting Artists, and they basically are an organization that has come together for the betterment of all artists. And we take everything into consideration when we donate money, or we, issue money, or we offer classes, or whatever it is that we're doing that you're looking for. We make it a possibility, whether you have the funds or not. So if you're not the kind of person that's working with a budget, you can come to somebody like me, and I can show you exactly how to get the quality product that you need for little to no money at all. You know what I mean? So that there's just you have to be willing. A lot of people aren't willing to share their knowledge with people. I'm
Mm.
not like, if you want to know something, hit me up. If you would like to know how to get anywhere in the game, if I can't help you, if I don't know, I don't mind doing the research because it's educational for me too. So, you know what I mean? It's all about checking your facts, doing your research, and putting yourself in a position where you can play. You got to be out there. You got to be making appearances. I know COVID is serious and I know it's a real thing, but you got to pick and choose the events that you go to. You got to pick and choose the interviews that you'll go to. Make sure that you're being COVID conscious, but still get out as often as you can, because it's how artists survive. We have to keep doing it so that they don't think that we can be lived without. And that's really what it matters. I see it. I see people craving to go to shows and to want to, see people performing live, and not just rappers, but bands and orchestras and ballets. And there's a whole industry of entertainment out here. And I think that as hip hop artists, we get very narrow minded and think that we're the only ones that matter.
Mm.
Tap into
Y'all,
different, make some money.
y'all heard it from V Marie. Hey, we about to get into one of V Marie's songs. Do you know what song that was sent?
I sent him 3, so you're either gonna get We Ride, you're either gonna get the intro to my normal show sets, what you know about V, or you're gonna get the bigger picture. I don't know which one he picked.
Okay, well, I'm pretty sure he go pick one right now, so we could tune in to V Marie.
Let me know if I'm rambling too.
No, listen. It's gonna be hard. This is a every Wednesday night thing, right? It's gonna be very hard for me to pick artists to interview. Why? Because everyone's not an artist. So I don't want to just interview the kid on the block that just want to go to the studio and just put a song or two together, and that's just that. Because you got to understand, music's not for everybody. Let's get that straight first. It's not for everybody.
Right.
So it's gonna be very hard for me to pick these artists. But I think we're about to tune into one of your songs now.
The Paper Chase is my art ride. That's cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh-oh.
All good.
Difficulties.
They happen.
We gotta get it together.
I've been left alone, I've been dogged by all of these niggas. I don't chase a dick, I never chase a bitch. I stay chasing after them figures. See, yo, bitch, I hate, so just leave the day when you rolling with me and it's cheaper. See it in your eyes, it's your soul is mine. If it's release, you know you gon' leave her. I've been shitted on, I've been left alone, I've been dogged by all of these niggas. I don't chase a dick, I never chase a bitch. I stay chasing after them figures. See, yo, bitch, I hate, so just leave the day when you rolling with me and it's cheaper. See it in your eyes, it's your soul is mine. If it's release, you know you gon' leave her. See all this rage in my eyes is from your bullshit and lies. How many times have I tried to set this song to rewind? But you always pushing me closer, making me lose my composure. Black light and overexposure, fury within the enclosure. Take it back a few steps before this track is just over. And your teeth stay intact instead of you bleeding and holding them. It's best your closure retract. Cause I roll deeper than most. And yeah, my niggas stay strapped, but we shoot them ones like we ghosts, yeah. You can try to test me, try to disrespect, come out your neck and try to check V. Baby girl, you better check C. Check for my name in the streets, V Marie, a queen. And all your toads say froggy. All you bras, you was Crow, Kim K, carbon copies. Pretty plastic fucking Barbies. Face down, ass up, all your tricks, favorite hobby. Shitted on, I've been left alone, I've been dogged by all of these niggas. I don't chase the dick, I never chase a bitch. I stay chasing after them figures. See, yo, bitch, I hate, so just leave the day when you rolling with me and it's cheaper. See it in your eyes, it's your soul is mine. If it's release, you know.
Dope. Hey, V, that was
What up?
dope. Hey, listen, I got a question, right?
All right.
Where was you? What point in your life were you at when you created that song?
I mean, I think it's pretty clear that I was pretty fed up with dudes at that stage in the game. I mean, I have gone through a lot. I moved down south to basically be able to do what I do and afford to live, because everybody knows how expensive it is to live here in Massachusetts. So, you know, I wanted a house for my kids. I wanted space for them, and I wanted to be able to do music and videography. So that's what I ended up doing. I went down there, and in that time period that I spent there, I went through it. No details needed. Just know that it was enough to invoke this kind of track. It was necessary. You know what I mean? Like, get out your car and leave it at the stop sign necessary, which actually happened to me. So, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes you just gotta put what you're dealing with into some music. And I will say this. I went and I recorded that track at Cyber Sounds. So I was and that was my very first experience in a high quality studio. So I was really nervous, and I feel like there's not enough. See, people always ask me about this track. I don't feel like there's enough emotion. I feel like when I perform it now, you really can feel it. You know what I mean? You can feel how I was feeling then. But it's funny that you asked that, because a lot of people ask, why did you write this track? You don't look like the kind of person that'd be writing about this kind of shit.
Well, we all go through things in life, so it's more like not asking you why. It was just more like, where was you at? At what point? What point in your life? Like, where was you at when you created it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was just
Dope.
I
I
was
mean,
fed
I felt
up.
it.
Fed up.
I felt it. I want to get into another. We got we're short on time. We got about 28 minutes, 27 minutes here.
We're doing good on time. What you talking about?
Yeah, that's definitely good. I want to get into another one of your songs for the listeners, because the listeners is tuned in. Yeah,
I
they
know.
definitely tuned in. So hey, Thomas, you want to play another one of her songs? You sent 4, correct, B?
I sent 3. I'm actually gonna get back in my email real quick and send them the bigger picture, because people really like that one.
Okay, I just want you know, tune into another song while the listeners is here. They definitely here, and they definitely coming from different area codes.
Cool. I love that. I love being multi-regional, don't you?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, listen, it's the best, you know. I mean, I am an artist myself, but we'll get into that a little bit later. Let's get into another one. Okay.
Let's see.
You there?
It's all good. You know, this happens when you broadcast for the first time.
Hey, listen, this is definitely the first time, and this is definitely your boy Goonie Goo 2 times first hosting a show here.
You're gonna have
Just
to let me you once, because your story is pretty incredible, and you should definitely be telling people.
Do you hear it? I don't hear it. No.
I don't hear anything. He says it's playing. Ooh, if they can hear it, as long as they can hear it, that's all that matters.
Okay, okay. Then listen. As long as they can hear it, that's good. That's all we need. I'll listen to it later on.
That's all good, you know.
On my time. Okay, he says playing. Okay, cool. Dope. Dope.
Oh, you're super delayed.
Huh?
Are you delayed? Or is that
Yeah.
me hearing me on another cell phone?
Yeah, that was you on the other side, you know? It's V and then Marie. V Marie. You feel me?
I do. Yes.
So what studio you using now?
All right, so hold on, y'all. Hate to intervene, but actually the music's not playing, and I'm not sure why. So we can always check in on some other time. If you have YouTube links, that works, but I guess it's not working on my Gmail. I apologize, babe.
It's all good. Just go. You can go right to the YouTube, type Viana Marie, and type V, and you'll get all the tracks on my latest project. You can play whatever one you want.
I'm on it. Y'all keep talking. Thank you.
Yeah. So V.
Yes, Goon.
Okay, so yeah, so where do you see yourself in the next 5 years in the music industry?
In the next 5 years, I hope to be beyond the performing lives and all that, and I hope to be in my own studio recording and producing new young hot talent. I mean, I love to record, I love to mix, and now that I'm taking the classes to, you know, get a better and more consistent sound quality, I'm really excited about what I'm going to be able to produce.
Dope. Hold on. Yes, while we there. So yes, you know, because you know, we you and I hold a lot of music conversations. And I remember you telling me that, yo, Goon, I record in my own home. I'm like, recording your own home? You know how to engineer every day? He was like, yeah. No, stop playing. So how did you get?
Wanna be with you. You think I'm shady cause I'm out here trying to make some moves, but it ain't like that. Just know that I'll be right back. I'll give you all my time just to let you know you're mine. It ain't nothing. Promise I'ma do it all to give you something. This love I got is only for you. You're my comfort, my future husband. I'ma give you all my heart, yeah, all of it, yeah. Baby, I know that I gotta come fix it. You're the only nigga that I be missing. Swear I'm coming home to give you the business. Turn off my phone, it can leave me a message. I'ma just cover your body with kisses, kisses. miss it. It's not like I don't love you anymore. That's what I'm doing this for. I just really hate to let you down. Love seems scary these days, but all these niggas going crazy. You're the only one I want around. How many times, how many ways can I say that I love you now? It be them little things you do that let your true soul shine through, and I'll love you till we in the ground. Now that I got you here, I ain't letting go. There's so much feeling that we're feeling, gotta let it show. When I ain't near you, I'm feeling it from head to toe. My affection that I'm left with, gotta let him know. It's you and I, you and I. Don't wanna waste your time, cause I'ma make it right. You have a place inside, that's why I made you mine. Gonna take my time, relax your mind, cause I'm all yours tonight. Tell me what you want, boy, it's free. Don't want nobody else, it's only you and me. Get rid of all this tension we don't need. I give you my affection, my everything. I'm giving you my everything. It's not like I don't love you anymore. That's what I'm doing this for. I just really hate to let you down. Love seems scary these days, but all these niggas going crazy. You're the only one I want around. How many times, how many ways can I say that I love you now? It be them little things you do that let your true soul shine through, and I'll love you till we in the ground. Baby, I know that I gotta come fix it. You're the only nigga that I be missing. Swear I'm coming home to give you the business. Turn off my phone, it can leave me a message. I'ma just cover your body with kisses, kisses. Rub your body down, you know that I miss it, miss it. It's not like I don't love you anymore. That's what I'm doing this for. I just really hate to let you down. Love seems scary these days.
Dope, dope, dope. That was V Marie, y'all. The bigger picture, go check that out. That joint right there is hitting,
I like
slapping. Hey, V,
shout out to Corey P
V,
for helping with the co-write on that. Can you hear me?
V. Yes,
Yeah.
I can hear you. Can you hear me? Listen,
Yeah.
V. I need to be in. I need to be on on the remix on that.
I've been looking for a rapper to get on that track for 2 years, because the number one thing that every person that has tried to get me to mass distribute this track has said is that it would be good if you could get a male rapper on. So I've been looking, but there have been too many people that have been wanting to, love music. You feel me?
Hey, listen, I'm listening. I could start. I could like vision, like the video, like the scenes and everything. Like it was dope. It was like whoa. Like I was like, yeah, listen, Goonie Goo 2 times. Need to get in on the remix of that track right there. We got to shoot the video. Listen, I got this.
Yeah. I mean, look, the thing here's what I deal with a lot. Okay. So a lot of male rappers will say, I wanna break away from the gangster shit. I want to do a love track. I want it to be dope. I want it to be sexy. I can see I got this vision, right? But when it comes to writing bars, you know what I mean? Like, people dogged LL Cool J for years, but his name wasn't Ladies Love Cool J for no reason. He knew that that was where the market would be for him. And he got really good at writing love music. And you can, at the end of the day, love is always going to outsell hate. Period. And bottom line. There's more love music sold than. And yeah, we're obsessed with this culture of, drama and craziness all the time. But like, I can't do community shows with gangster music. I can do community shows with my love music though. You know what I mean? Like, if you're gonna be an artist, you have to think like a business. And you have to start to be able to be multifaceted. If you're not the best at what you do in the genre that you're in, you need to reach multiple demographics. which means you have to get a commercialized sound that's going to reach the masses. There's nothing wrong with that. R. Kelly did that. But there's a laundry list of people that commercialized their kind of music so that they could make money. That's
It's a
stepping
time
the
and place for
up.
everything.
It's done at every single old folks dance or gathering or event. They love it.
Yes, definitely. It's definitely a time and place for everything. Myself, again, to the people that's tuned in, I'm an artist myself, and when everybody hear the name Goonie Goo 2 times, they don't really know what to expect. And that's how I like to leave them. I like to leave people in suspense. Like, you don't know how I'm gonna come. I might come, I don't know, I might come and do like a Barney rap song. You'll be like, what the hell is he doing? Like, but it's all about, you gotta know how to reach the people. And the people is the world. So I can't just talk to the hood on a whole mix CD or album. I can't just talk to the hood. It's just not happening. You know what I'm saying? I need to be able to
People
I
don't
need your
understand.
I need your grandparents to be able to vibe out while they
Yeah,
cooking Sundays. Something. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
it's like, and it shows a lot of, how should I say this? It shows a lot of your how far your thinking process could go. You're not just stuck in one place. You're not just stuck.
Right.
Oh, we in the
Well,
projects.
you know,
You know what I'm
you
saying?
know, I listened to music for 6 straight years. I didn't listen to the radio because I went through
Mm,
a time period where I was like, this, like the transition and the change, it was much for me as an artist. It was a lot. And yeah, I was dealing with a lot at the time, but when I wasn't dealing with the radio and what they were forcing on me, I really realized how beneficial the internet is and how, well, we're able to really focus on the things that make us happy and make us tick. We have options. 20 years ago, you had to listen to what they wanted you to listen to. Now you can freely listen to whatever the fuck you want. You know what I mean? There is no cap on anything that we can do and what we can have access to. The internet changed the entire way the music industry gets. It is moving. Like, and we started in a time where it was that, I mean, I don't know about you, but I know it was the late 90s and the early 2000s when I started in the music business. So, you know what I mean? Like,
okay.
I've literally watched it go from analog to digital, you know what I mean, in the last. Did I lose you?
You with me? No, you're there.
All right.
You can hear
Oh,
me?
look at I can see you on my screen. Yeah, I can see you on my screen. You in your suit from your birthday. Happy belated birthday, by the way.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. So
That
V, talk,
that's
talk to me. So, like, well, is there anybody, like, now we gonna step out of New England, like, but still here in New England. So is there anybody on your list? You know, we about to close the doors on 2020. 2020 been a bad year for everybody. So it's like, yo, we about to close these doors pretty soon. And hope and pray that 2021 be a better year for not just some of us, but all of us. And so V, talk to me on what's your plans for 2021? Like, is there anybody that you're looking to work with in the near future? Like, from it could be from independent to mainstream. It doesn't matter. I just want to see some of your
uh,
ideas.
I would love to work with any New England artist, especially these female artists out here. I've got a few that I'm in contact with right now about some music, but it's really hard for women to collaborate together. And I think it's a shame because I've reached out to multiple women that I would love to collaborate on music with, and I get very little to no pushback. So, you know what I mean? That's fine. I'm not complaining about that because all you can do is try. I'm not finna chase nobody around. You feel
There you
me?
go.
I'm just not gonna do that. But if I could, I'm a huge Megan Thee Stallion fan. I love how she writes. I love the fact that she has pen game. You know what I mean? It's not just about her being a fine ass bitch. It's about more than that. And if you listen to more than the songs that they promote on the radio and the commercial stuff they push, you could really respect her pen game. And I think a lot of artists don't get enough credit for when they write for themselves. You know what I mean? I'm all for being entertained, but I also need to be intellectually stimulated. And if I know a woman has written her own lyrics, I don't care if she's talking about her pussy or not. I will listen to, I will support that because she used her fucking brain. She didn't just use her ass and her titties to get there. You know what I mean? Niggas anything. Like at the end of the day, these understand niggas will fuck anything. So you can be a Megan Thee Stallion or you can be a fucking, you know what I mean, a redneck from down south with your body all out of order. It don't matter. They'll mess with anything. You have to know who you are and you have to respect yourself. Like, what are you bringing to the table more than just some pussy? And that's what I
Yes.
like about Megan. She makes people think about that because fucking bars, her writing skills are crazy.
Hey V, let me play your third track for the
Okay.
listeners and everything. We on we gonna play this third track. But I definitely like your idea on that. We'll get back to that in a minute. Megan Thee Stallion, huh? I gotta go listen to her music. I've never really. Oh no, Megan. Yeah, I think I went to a concert. I went to a Mill and Future concert, and she was there.
I mean,
Yeah,
we force fed the free shit. It's the not free shit you should listen to. You know what I mean? I tell people all the time, don't base your opinion off these celebrities off the shit.
Soul is time, but at least you know you gon' leave her. I've been shitted on, I've been left alone, I've been done by all of this.
You know what I mean? Do intro, baby. It's on that.
sorry for the difficulties. This is for a show that's meant to be. I'm your host, Goonie Goo 2 times. Yes, that's me. And we just in together. We just trying to get it all together.
I don't mind being the guinea pig, y'all. This is how artists support
Uh,
artists. We help each other out. You feel me?
Most. And yeah, my niggas.
I think people don't really they think that song is a and it's really a song about teaching people about loyalty and how important it is to be 100, not just to the people around, but to yourself too. I mean, it's not
can we
like,
can can we can we really teach people loyalty?
I mean, not people. Loyalty is based on a person's need or desire at that current moment. If somebody doesn't have control over their physical self to not fuck somebody over for their own betterment, that has to do with them. That has to do
So
because anyone that can live with themselves doing this disrespectful shit like they're not worth your time, energy, or effort. It's not worth it. Especially when we as grown as we are. I could giving a teenager a second chance at the shit around. But you get up there in age, like what are you doing?
yeah. Who's that breaking up? Me, you,
I
Tom?
don't know. I'm not tripping
See,
though.
I don't know what happened to the music, but hey,
You
so
can all my
Yeah.
music up Spotify.
Oh, y'all was talking. No, y'all was talking.
All-
Y'all was having a conversation and y'all kind of breaking up a little bit. I wasn't sure if y'all was hearing the music because y'all was still talking, so I kind of shut it off a little bit. So y'all could hear it, huh?
All right, we got 6 minutes. So you want to go on and play it right now for 3?
But give me the thumbs up if y'all can hear it. So if you can hear it, just give me a thumbs up. That's all. So I know it's all right.
All right, go ahead.
All right, cool.
Come at you, nigga. Yeah. V.
Difficulties tonight. Hey, Tom, that's okay. Cause it's going in and out, and you know. So V, talk to me. Tell me, any special shout outs? Like anybody want a shout out?
Yeah, shout out to everybody that's been supporting the Donna Marie brand, especially through COVID. Shout out to Pro G out in Brooklyn, who has been giving me opportunity after opportunity to keep being out there and be seen. Um, there have been a lot of, like we were talking about before, about the opportunities here in Boston, and there have been a lot of remote broadcasting opportunities, but it's funny that you don't get hit up about them until it's way too late, or people who you put don't hit you up and say, hey, I know you're an artist, we got one in. You know what I mean? Like sometimes it's just a matter of, applying to things before a due date. And a lot of artists are not willing to share that information amongst other artists. So shout out to artists supporting artists. We are a chapter in Massachusetts that is working hard to help other artists out. We are getting plugged into the music scene to where we're going to know the ins and outs of every town, every major city here in Massachusetts, and we're going to help you get plugged into that area. And so if you are in a major area that you do music and you part of leading your town in ASA, we are getting funded. We are getting, we are applying for grants. We are putting money in the pockets of musicians and artists. That's the goal. Because at the end of the day, it's great to be an artist, but it's even greater to make money off of your talents. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to educate people. We're trying to give them opportunities. We're trying to give them, classes in digital art, photography, so that they can, make their own flyers. Or these are the kinds of things that you need to know as an artist that you can do now. You can be doing it now. There are free apps that allow you to, make yourself look like you are flashing $1 million around. You know what I mean? You just need to know. And artists don't like to share information. I am more than willing to help anyone that comes to me and asks.
Did y'all hear V Marie? She said help. We are offering the help. So if you need help and you're an artist, you're a DJ, I don't care what you are, and if you need help, reach out, and if the help is available, then you get the help. Hey V, listen, it was a blessing. I appreciate you. Like I said, it was very hard to pick my first artist to interview on the Wiseman TV show. Um, it was hard. I didn't. It was thrown at me like, "Hey, Goonie, who you want to interview first?" I'm like, "Oh man," I was stuck. So it was a blessing. I appreciate you for joining us this late evening. Do you want to let everybody know where they could follow you at on your social media?
Sure. I am Viana Marie everywhere. You find me at vianamarie.com. You will find me on Facebook, Twitter, and every known social media site known to man. I am everywhere, Viana Marie, and you can follow. You can join my email list, and you can know what's going on. I run a blog that I write every month to keep people updated and give people my personal opinions on what's going on in in life. um I think as artists and parents, we should stick together and we should be, helping each other out. So hit me up. I'm always available. I'm on everything.
And ladies and gentlemen, that is it. Wise Men TV show. You catch me here every Wednesday, late evening, 8 p.m. with a different artist in New England every week. Tune in. It's boy Goonie Goo 2 times. Peace.